All right, example number 1 here for 6-3. Sam is racing his sister Lily. He gives her a 5-second head start. Each second, Sam runs 1.5 yards and Lily runs 1 yard. How long will it take for Sam to catch up to Lily? How far did they run at this point? Okay, lots of questions going on here and lots of information. So the first thing that you're going to start off with is creating the expressions. So our first thing is going to be to make expressions. Okay, so while I'm making these expressions, I'm going to need one for Sam and I'm going to need one for Lily. So Sam and Lily. So Sam, what do they tell me about Sam? They tell me that Sam runs 1.5 yards each second. 1.5 yards each second. And Lily runs 1 yard. So if x is equal to the number of seconds, Sam's expression would be 1.5x, and Lily's would be just 1x. However, that's where we come in with this be careful with the head start. He gives her a 5-second head start. When you're dealing with these head starts, it is absolutely essential that you convert them. Make sure you convert to how far of a head start. Because you can't just, in theory, you would want to take Lily, because Lily's the one that's getting the head start. In theory, you would want to take that 5-second head start and just add 5 to the equation. But that is not okay. That's not going to work, because in 5 seconds, you need to look about how far she can go in 5 seconds. And actually, this is a poor example because Lily is only running 1 yard per second anyways. So if you think about 1 yard per second equals a 5-yard head start. So we can end up just writing +5, which I'm going to change for next year. But it's not because it's 5 seconds. It's because in 5 seconds, she can go 5 yards. That is an extremely important piece there. That doesn't look like a star. Okay, so we've got our 2 expressions. So here we go, asking the question, how long will it take Sam to catch up? That's my same. So what I'm going to do is just what we said in our directions, and I'm going to take Sam's expression and set it equal to Lily's expression. So 1.5x is equal to 1x plus 5, and I'm just going to go ahead and solve that. So minus 1x, getting all my x's on one side. 0.5x is equal to 5, divide by 0.5, divide by 0.5. X is equal to whatever 5 divided by 0.5 is. 5 divided by 0.5, which is 10. I knew that. That was silly. 10. So x is the number of seconds. So 10 seconds for Sam to catch Lily. All right, so that's not the only question this was asking me, though. It was also asking me how far did they run at this point. So if they're running for 10 seconds, 10 is x, let's plug that into one of the expressions and find that out. So to find this out, we're going to plug in x. So we can use either expression. We can use Sam's because they're equal at this point. So 1.5x, in for x, we're putting in 10. And that gives us a total of 15 yards. Boop, boop, boop. 15 yards and 10 seconds for Sam to catch Lily. Boom.